as compensation for the provision of expert witnesses and evidence, but was fervently opposed by lawyer Kamara, who asserted that it is not provided by law.
The Gambia will not be protected, peaceful, if we tolerate the future of the country to be destroyed by drug menus. Therefore, a severe penalty is apt to serve as a deterrent in this case.
Magistrate Tabali consequently sentenced the convicts to a fine of 20 million on count 1 and 20 million in default to serve 20 years in jail on count 2, 50 million on count 3 in default to serve 50 years in jail. Tabali also sentenced the convicts to a mandatory 50-year prison term. On the remaining counts 4 to 9, the convicts were handed several prison terms, all of which add up to 3 years as a result of their concurrent nature. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
You can also follow that story and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. From there we take our first break. We'll be right back.
Time to have fun with AfriCell.
Play your favorite song to your callers with the AfriCell Fun Ring service.
To activate the Fun Ring service on your AfriCell line, type FUN and send it by SMS to 139 and have a different fun ring anytime you want.
To set this song as your fun ring, type SET followed by 11261 and send it by SMS to 139.
The code for this song is 11961. 11017.
11161.
11171.
And don't forget, you can always use the Fun Ring search engine to find your favorite Fun Ring code by typing the name of the song or the performer and send it by SMS to 138.
Keep your callers entertained by playing your favorite music on your AfriCell line.
AfriCell Fun Ring.
Welcome back. A wave of anger aimed at the wealthiest people is spreading across the United States. It's going in several cities, particularly on New York's Wall Street, where protesters on Tuesday took their frustrations directly to the rich and powerful. CNN has more on that.
They raised their voices, raised their signs, and raised a ruckus as they marched through the land of the ladies who lunch.
Hey, you millionaires, say your precious!
Some of the Occupy Wall Street crowd traveled uptown to join several hundred activists and union members in a millionaires march.
We're living in a time when I've never seen so much shameless greed.
They targeted the homes of 5 ultra-rich business tycoons who live on the Upper East Side: Rupert Murdoch, David Koch, Howard Milstein, John Paulson, and Jamie Dimon, to illustrate how they'll benefit when New York's so-called millionaires tax expires in December.
It's crazy to be cutting services for homeless kids to give more money to Rupert Murdoch. We should stop that.
Their ire aimed at politicians from both major parties, including the Democratic governor who fought to end the millionaires tax.
So what's your message to Governor Cuomo?
To stop protecting the millionaires and the billionaires and to help the people. Stop working for the people because we put him in office.
Watching it all, some who found the protests misguided.
Some of their complaints to me is kind of off base because, you know, if you really want to create jobs, you don't try to protest the people that are trying to create them.
I don't think you can justify, you know, labeling rich people one way and people that are not rich another way.
After weeks of bloody street battles, anti-Gaddafi forces say they are ready for the final push into Sirte. The revolutionaries had earlier said that once Sirte falls, they will declare the country liberated and announce a new government. CNN takes us to the front lines.
You can hear there's quite a lot of shooting going on down this road. We're right on the outskirts of the city, and it is what sounds like a very fierce battle indeed going on just a few hundred yards up the road.
We venture down that road quickly. This is not somewhere you want to linger. The wounded limp back from the front lines. This is now exhausting urban warfare, with the anti-Gaddafi forces taking casualties but gaining ground all the time. The commanders think this is worth the blood being spilt here. They show us photos found nearby of the former leader with local people, but now Gaddafi's hometown is on the verge of falling.
And what kind of resistance?
No, the resistance has become weaker. Every hour we are taking some captives and some prisoners out. If not this night, we'll finish tomorrow.
The civilians caught up in all this certainly hope so. Hundreds are streaming out of this hellhole, their city now wreathed in smoke and gunfire. Is this the last battle of this war? The city's beleaguered hospital is being evacuated. The remaining 100 or so patients are being moved to safety in Benghazi. They've endured 3 days of fierce fighting all around. Many have been camped out in the corridors away from external windows. People like Essa Abdullah, we find him alone and forlorn. He explains he was sitting in his apartment when a mortar hit. He woke up here, both his legs had been amputated.
The situation in the hospital has been chaotic and really bad. The hospital was not able to provide the adequate treatment for the patients. When we came last Thursday, we already said that it was extremely difficult, and now there is one doctor maybe left in the hospital.
This war may almost be over, but its legacy will be around for years. Dan Rivers, CNN, Sirte, Libya.
We now take a second break. We'll be right back. We now join the Central Focus Office for a look at the weather report.
The Gambia is endowed with a wonderful landscape full of baobab trees. Like its Cape Point in Bakau, it is one of the most exotic sceneries in the world. The baobab tree is a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and resourcefulness. For the baobab tree provides good food in times of hunger, rents its bark for medications, and its sap for glue. In the Gambia, there is a company like the baobab tree, 100% African and purely Gambian in all aspects, in know-how, design, value, capital, and management. That company is Elton. Elton, employing hundreds of Gambians and proudly associating itself with development in the Gambia. Elton, side by side with the Gambia.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the weather segment. We begin with the summary, followed by the forecast. The day today was warm, humid, and partly cloudy. We now propose a look at the image captured at 16:30 hours, indicating the presence of dense convective clouds over Gulf of Guinea states, central, and part of the eastern continent. There is also a dense cell over the Senegambia region, which will persist in the next 24 hours. Elsewhere remain dry and stable during the period. For the forecast tonight, we'll be expecting warm, humid, and variably cloudy conditions to prevail over the entire country. And the day tomorrow will be warm, humid, and partly cloudy, with slight chances of rain showers and or thunderstorm. Winds will continue to be southwesterlies in orientation, but light to moderate in speed. For the minimum temperatures, we'll be expecting 21 degrees Celsius over Banjul, 22 over Yundum, Karewan, and Sibanor, 23 degrees Celsius over Jinoy, Kawur, Sapo, and Jenyambure, whilst Basse and Fatota will record 24 degrees Celsius. For the maximum temperatures, we'll be expecting 33 degrees Celsius over Banjul, 34 over Yundum and Karewan, 35 degrees Celsius over Sibanor and Jinoy, while Sapo, Kawur, and Jenyambure will record 36 degrees Celsius, and Basse, Fatota will be 37 degrees Celsius warm in the afternoon. The sun will rise at 06:55 and will set at 18:51. For our friends going to the sea, we'll be expecting low tides of 0.29 meters at 04:09 a.m. and also 0.23 meters at 4